What's up, people? Back with another reaction. Back with some more Marian Gold and his 1992 solo album, So Long Celeste. Thank you again to Yun. Have you decided what you're going to do? You look mischievous right now. Yeah, you're definitely up to no good. But the next track is Today. It's a single word title. It is temporally specific. Now, obviously, a day can be used as a metaphor. It might not literally be a 24-hour period where the sun rises and falls, but I would not be surprised either if it is a more literal usage of the word, because any number of things can happen over the course of a single day, because despite it being a small unit of time in the larger scheme of human lifetimes, or even within a single year, which is itself, hopefully, and for most people, a smaller unit of time in the grand scheme of things, yes, many occurrences and many fluctuations in mood or situation can take place over a 24-hour period. So, yeah, more literal or more figurative, I feel like there is a lot of potential, but of course, there is no additional context in the title, so hard to get a read on. Let's give it a listen. This is Marian Gold. The song is Today, and it's from his 1992 album, So Long Celeste.
Central Park looked like a graveyard. It never rained like that before. I took the ferry to New Jersey. I'm never coming back no more. In my hand I hold my ticket. Points up to the clouds. I'm leaving New York City. I can hear the seagulls' cries, pain the route. Whenever I saw you, it felt like the first time. Whenever I kissed you, just like the first time. Whenever I told you it was never the same, I thought the last time would never come today, never come today.
So I'm intrigued by that ticking clock. We certainly have some like atmospheric sounds, though I think some of them are likely made with instruments. I mean, he made reference to the, seabirds, and we heard those seabirds with their, seagull like song. And then secondarily, like lyrically I'm intrigued because it's like it starts with a seemingly like geographically specific setting. It's, he's in New Jersey, and then he takes a boat ride, and then he's in New York City, and it's, that's very specific. And to be fair, you can go from New Jersey to New York in, much less than a day. So it feels like, oh, okay, maybe this is like what he's doing on this given day. But then it suddenly gets into this dichotomy of, if he were to be with this person or kiss them, and, it's just like the first time, but then like the last time never came. So suddenly it feels like a now and then framing on a much longer timeline. Now it could still be that's the larger context, but it is about, where he went on this given day. But yeah, I couldn't fully piece together everything in terms of, who he's talking to. I mean, it sounds like he's talking about a former lover, a former significant other, maybe someone that's like still the lover, but again, there does seem to be a line drawn between the first time when maybe it was the most exciting or the most significant and now, and yet he's saying it like it still is, it can be or is just like the first time, but then he's also talking about the last time, which, generally speaking, you don't know when the last time you'll have an experience like that with someone, or like in the moment you don't. Like you might know it retrospectively, like, oh, as it turns out, we broke up shortly after that, so that was the last time. But rarely, would you be kissing someone knowing like this is the last time I will ever kiss them, because that would mean like definitively something's going to change or that it's coming to an end. And oftentimes breakups aren't like that, or someone passes away, and again, you didn't realize that was about to happen. So I do wonder about this, the first time, and then what he's doing today, and then the last time, how that fits in. But yeah, I definitely enjoy his vocals, which, in slight contrast to the Alphaville track I reacted to in this batch, are more like standard or more like center lane when I think of the way Marian sings. Although, like, a bit more low-key, it's a bit more understated, in a good way. But yeah, it's not as like big and dramatic as some of his vocal work on, well, not only Alphaville tracks, but even I think a couple tracks earlier on this album. But yeah, like sonically, it definitely has like this, synth rock kind of sound, like late 80s, early 90s synth rock. So I suppose temporally it's, it sounds of its era, though not in a bad way. And of course, if you noticed, when Marian did flare up his vocals a little bit right at the end, I was already like, oh, here he goes. He's doing a bit of his flourishing. Boom, in comes this amazing late 80s, early 90s saxophone, which, if you've been following this channel for a while, you'll know I'm hugely fond of. And I just love when there's some of that, vintage sax with a bit of swagger sonic element in a track, and this definitely, it had that. It wasn't like crazy extensive, it wasn't like a long solo or anything, but what it did bring to the track, I think absolutely did take it to another level, and the fact that it happened in conjunction with Marian kicking up his vocals to another level made that last, like, quarter of the tune really go, it ascended notably in terms of like the feeling of the tune, and by extension my enjoyment of it. So yeah, it was already a cool tune, and again had like this kind of synth rock vibe to it, but that saxophone and Marian spiking his vocals in conjunction with it was fantastic. So again, I look forward to people's insights on what might be happening here, and what the narrative is. And again, it's, they're a German group, and of course, they've had other songs like Big in Japan, which of course, if you saw I did a documentary watch along, shout out to Michaela who made the documentary available to me, but it was about Forever Young and the singles from that album, and they were talking about Big in Japan. It was like, the irony is like, we'd never been to Japan, never performed in Japan when we wrote that. So yeah, that was a very interesting tune, and hearing Marian talk about, the sort of darker, gritty, origins of the lyrical themes of that one, it was very eye-opening. So again, if you haven't seen that, it's now I think publicly available over on my Patreon. But yes, definitely I'm curious about the lyrical themes and the narrative here, so do let me know if you have some insights. Let me know what you think more generally, and I will see you next time. Peace.